Okay, we're going to be looking at setting up a fun class for your students. So this is your teacher dashboard. You're going to go to your teacher dashboard, and then you are going to, let me share, make sure I'm sharing the right one. Okay, share. Do, 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 do. And you are going to, I've opened my teacher dashboard. Let's go to as if you're coming in. Okay, this is your teacher dashboard. It has lists of all of your classes. And let's look at how do we start a class. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to add your class. You're going to name your class, and I'm going to call this one Alex. And if your student is in China, you will click this. If not, you will leave it alone. And Alex is going to have classes on, let's say, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. As you can see, I only have Monday here, and his classes will be at 11 a.m. And then his classes will last for 25 minutes. And the end date, I'm not putting an end date because it's not going to end. Then I'm going to send a reminder to the student 1 hour before, and then recurrence is where I'm going to customize it. So you can have daily, weekly, every 2 weeks, or custom. So we have Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I'm going to check Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Okay, and then I will select that. And then at the very bottom, you have this recording does not include students' webcam by default. I take that off because when I sign contracts with the parents, I make sure that they can see their child's activity in the class because I want them to see any kind of misbehavior, and it's all recorded on both sides. So I uncheck that and then I save. Once that's saved, your class is going to generate a link. And hold on one second. You have an invite to send to your students. So you're going to send this to your students and you will copy it. So when you copy that, you just send that to the students and they're going to be prompted to the invite on the student's side. So we're out of that. Now let's get this class ready for Alex. I'm going to refresh, which is just a quick refresh. I need to get this class ready before we have lessons. So let's look at viewing the class. When I view the class, I need in-class slides. We don't have any there yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to upload materials that I'm using in the class. I use, of course, Young Learners Curriculum because I'm the creator and I like what we do for it. And there's a lot of things that you can use for both Funclass or Zoom or other places. There's about 12 different things in teachers' resources. So in my resource file, what I'm going to grab is I'm going to look at my downloads. He's a new student, so I'm going to do our latest lesson, Olaf, and I want A1. So I want anything with Olaf A1. So these are really good for Funclass. This is our classwork writing slides. You will open it, make sure that you upload it. You can only do one download at a time. Then I'm going to go back in, upload my next file, which will be, again, I'm going to put Olaf, and I need A1. We have 3 levels, so I need his story. That file is going to be uploaded, which you have all of these files that you can use. This is not just because I'm the creator. I make these resources available for everyone. The next one is Olaf again, and we always start off with vocabulary, so let's go to A1. I need his flashcards. They are there. Okay, so I have the 3 main things that I'm going to need for this class. They are there. But our first lesson will focus on only the vocabulary, so I do not need the story, the first lesson. So I will uncheck that. Let me just move myself out of the way. Yeah, it's unchecked. So I am going to look now into my student list in my calendar. Actually, I go back to my calendar. Sorry, I apologize. And I'm going to look at start class. Review class, start class. So when start class happens, this is where you can go in and prepare. It's going to ask you for your camera, but right now I'm using
The only person in
camera,
this
so
conference.
it's only allowing me this. So as you can see, the slides are uploaded that I needed. but I am not going to start there. I'm going to start on the regular slide. So I'm going to hit plus and look at my uploads. I'm going to start on the whiteboard, and you have different ones that you can start on. But you can start on the white, or you can just slide down. There are different colors. Some of you may like some of the colors. And if you have writing or you want them to do a little writing, there's your math sheets. And then you go further down, there are some handwriting sheets with lines, and there are separated blocks for groups. Okay, so we've got that first one. I think I'm going to stick with just the colored one. Let me go back to slide 5. Should be a color. Okay. There, blue. Okay, now we've got this all set. The next thing you're going to want to do is to check into your browser so that whatever you're using, you're going to be able to use, and it'll be ready and loaded in the class. So I'm going to click on my co-browser. And one thing you should know about your co-browser is maybe you want to move it this way or this way, but it might get stuck. Always, when you're using your co-browser, the optimal position would be our managing layouts. Drag your layouts, use your custom, hold on one second, let me just show you this. Your custom layout should be like this, and you update everyone. So you're going to drag your camera over to the right and then update everyone, because that way you're optimal for co-browser, you're optimal for any quizzes that you're going to use in class. And since we do use the co-browser, I keep the camera to the right in the layout. Okay, so I'm loading this one and I'm going to prepare it. First thing you're going to do is to log into your account. I'm going to go into my Google login. I'm going to sign into my account. I'm going to write my email, if I remember it. Then you're going to be prompted to do your password. Okay. Don't worry about saving it because it doesn't normally save your information anyway, and your student doesn't see any of this because you have to launch it. Okay, as I'm logged in, and then I'm going to go into, I'm logged in and I want to log into the correct YouTube. I have 3 channels, so it gets confused between my 3 channels. So to show all of my videos, they were all created on that channel. And then I'm going to go over and I'm going to collect the presentations I need. For this one, I need the spelling game for A1, which you would also have a link for. Then I'm just going to grab my link and I'm going to put that inside. And then I'm going to open a separate tab, and then I'm going to put the presentation so that we can see the interactive flashcards. They're right here. Okay. Okay, now I see I have my interactive flashcards and I have my spelling game. That's exactly the 2 things that I need. So what you're going to need to do now is to save your current session so that it's ready. Do not click the X. If you click the X, it'll forget everything. If you hit minimize, which is save current session as well, you will save it. So now I have the presentations that I need for the next class. They're right there, the flashcards, and let me make sure the classwork is there. And your student will be able to also interact on these in the interactive board, and these are activities. This is the writing and the comprehension. Okay, those are all set, and I will be able to check out, leave my class, and meeting for all. And just to make sure that those are there and ready for our next class, we will start class.
You are currently the only person in this
It's
conference.
uploading your files. There they are. You will choose which one you wanted to show, and let's go back into our co-browser to make sure it remembered my co-browser. Loading, and there they are. I have my presentation and I have my spelling test ready to go. And remember, when you close out of it, always close out here. To move this around, you can slide it around with your cameras. And let's see. And if it gets stuck like this, you hit the button reset, it goes right back to its position. Okay, and I hope this will help you and this will teach you about starting a class, sharing the class, loading the class, and preparing the class. See you soon.